Jitabo, Tennessee State. And he'll jump alongside Drew Cisse, and Western Illinois will control the tap. Big screen set high by Cisse, the lefty from two-point range. That's Myers with a miss. Western Illinois with their own rebound. Second shot no good as well off of the corner. And Western Illinois will reset again, and Myers will try again. And 3, 4, 5 rebounds on that possession. Finally 2 for Western Illinois.
The keys to the game, Tennessee State needs to rebound. Western Illinois is a very good rebounding team, offensively and defensively. That right there can set the precedence what we just saw that first possession.
And here's the lineups for Tennessee State. It's the same 5 we saw last night. Fitzgerald, Bellinger, Hodges, Brown, and Jitabo. And quickly on the drive. Shot no good. And now Western Illinois on the attack, and a pretty good defensive play there. Trying to get this Western starting 5 in, but the pace is kind of torrid here early. And quickly, the shot up and good by E.J. Bellinger. So now we'll finally get a chance to take a look at the Western lineup. Quinlan Bennett, Ryan Myers, Calican, West, Ed Cisse. And starting lineups tonight brought to you by Serve Pro. Those starting lineups and more. The official restoration services partner of the OVC, Marcus Fitzgerald, with a foul for Tennessee State. And the Tigers out with a small lead early. Here's Brown. In the corner, shot no good by Western. And Tennessee State will come the other way. Got the headband look tonight from Fitzgerald. The leaner in the lane, short. And Western looking to run, and now they'll check it back up. That's Quinlan Bennett. He's got the ball right in front of Penny Collins. Now on the penetration, dip low. Jitabo with the block for Tennessee State. Let's take a look here. This is the shot by West. How about that?
That was a good clean block right there by Jitabo going straight up and down. We talked a lot about Cisse, but Tennessee State has a good big man themselves in there in the paint. It would be a good matchup between the two bigs.
Jitabo with limited playing time last night overall. Shanks coming off the bench really gave Tennessee State a lift. Here's a long 3. That's no good. Quinlan Bennett will come out with a rebound. He'll bring it across half court. Still dribbling. Now picks it up in the corner. He'll give it high to West. Now they'll rotate. Cisse. Calican. Now back on the right side. And an offensive foul on Western Illinois.
Looks like he extended that left arm a little bit to get Bellinger off of. And he's driving to the basket aggressively. You can see he extended that left a little bit. I'm not sure if they're going to continue making calls like that, because as you get going, the refs let you play, but early on, they're calling that an offensive foul.
West with the left. Get called for the foul. We're 3 minutes into it. 4-2 game. Gets a penetration. Here's Bellinger. That's his spot on the floor. This time with a miss. And tracked down in the corner by Western Illinois. James Dent is in the game. Now the feed underneath. Double good. Had the pump fake there for just a moment, and Quinlan Bennett with the bucket for Western Illinois. We're tied at 4. And a lefty Hodges with a shot. He left it short.
Tennessee State, they're not getting any extra shots. And that's what Western Illinois is really good at, limiting you to one shot only.
Here's James Dent. Leaner along the baseline. Long rebound. That comes out to Jalen Jones. Up, under, no. Follow, no good. And again, another rebound to Western Illinois. They'll throw it the length of the court, and that's an easy one for Josiah West.
That's a mental lapse right there by Tennessee State. They had two guys at half court and just let somebody in behind them. Can't give up easy buckets like that.
And watching Jalen Jones make the shot, but the follow was a miss as well. And now almost a steal by the conference's best defensive team. Tennessee State able to recover with 15 to go. Now the penetration. Hodges, no. Tapped out. Hodges with his own rebound will reset. Here's Jalen Jones, down to Hodges. Bellinger again from that spot. Got it. 3.
He can get hot in a hurry. He's a shooter. He really shoots the ball well, shooting 48% overall from the field, 37 from 3. Can't give him open looks.
There's a long three-point attempt by Calicon. No good. Will come the other way. Again with the freshman Jalen Jones. Jitabo underneath. And they're going to come up with all ball, but before that, over the back. It's been wild and woolly early. It's kind of what we expected. Here's the long one down the floor.
That's where they let him get behind. He's finishing with the jam. And Bellinger wide open. 4-3. Tennessee State up 7-6. Exactly right. Talking to him this morning, I had a great conversation with him. Another thing that stood out to me, besides the road record, this team has a 3.2 GPA. 3.2 GPA, and that's why he credits their ability to win on the road and to play through tough and have the toughness they have, because whatever you throw at them, they're a very cerebral team. They lean on each other, and he teaches them to be men on and off the court, which is what you love to see in college basketball.
Yeah, coaching resumes are presented by Delta Dental. Clear eyesight, full smile. Go Delta Vision. For more information, you can find it at deltadentaltn.com. Check on Penny Collins in a little bit. Had a chance to visit with him post-game last night. Western Illinois on the attack. Handoff in the lane to Cisse. He'll give it back up. Got a geography lesson for you here in a minute. Cisse is from San Diego. How about that? How about that three-pointer by Ryan Myers?
Ryan Myers is like we said, second-team all-conference player here. He can really fill it up. He's their leading scorer, averaging 13 points a game.
Emmanuel Dewana with the ball in the game for Tennessee State. Number 3 on the backside. Tip no good by Shanks. And Western looking to run again. Check it up for the moment. Didn't have the numbers. That fadeaway no good by Quinlan Bennett. And quickly Tennessee State in the front court. Jumper from 16 no good. And that rebound will go the way of Tay Knox just into the game for Western Illinois. Lots of substitutions at the last media timeout. In the pace of this game, you already look at it, 6+ minutes. We're tied at 9. Here's Myers. He'll give it up with the easy one off the glass for Quinlan Bennett. And Penny Collins with a quick timeout.
Yeah, right here, that was just players, coach, and doing a great job.
So Tennessee State, after that quick timeout and that coaching timeout, as Marcus talked about, will go on the attack. Hodges lost it across midcourt, and it will be a turnover, Tennessee State.
Now that's tough because he called the timeout, so you're expecting something with the ATO. That's after timeout. I'm sure he drew up a play, wanting to get a bucket, so to come out there and turn it over is a little disappointing.
Allow stoppage in play. We'll get the starter back in. Jason Jitabo. He'll replace Dewana in the Tennessee State lineup. Also new to the game, Braden Lamar for Western Illinois. One of those guys from the western part of the United States with Las Vegas. Here's Hodges with a steal, coast to coast.
That's what you call having a little bounce right there. I mean, my goodness, you see how easily he got up there? That's a heck of a play. I would love to see him out transition a little bit more.
Hodges, a senior from Cape Girardeau. Now another steal by Tennessee State. They've got numbers in the front court. Stop, shot, And now a late whistle and a jump ball. And the arrow in favor of Western Illinois. How about this? Defense to offense pretty quick here.
Blew up the handoff. And pogo sticks in those legs right there. My goodness, young fella.
Watch Bennett clear from behind and let him roll by him. And that's a sure two right there.
You know, something else to look out for is that's the second time they've blown up that handoff. So those handoffs right there, when you get in between it, right there, that's called blowing it up. Usually the more aggressive team is going to win that segment. Will the defense blow it up, or will the offense go shoulder to shoulder and get the defense trailing? Right now, Tennessee State is really winning that matchup on those DHOs.
Ryan Myers with the pass interior, and another turnover by Western Illinois. Back-to-back possessions. And they turn it over. There's a good look at Chad Boudreau again. And quickly, after that timeout, Tennessee State, some adjustments, as you alluded to, defensively. Here's Fitzgerald. Looking for the cutter in the lane, and there's a steal by Western Illinois. Quickly ahead, here's Dent. In the corner, the three-pointer no good by Calicon, and quickly Tennessee State will come the other way. Fitzgerald, he travels. No doubt.
And the game for TSU, number 0, Jalen Jones.
So we've gone to the under 12 timeout. We have a good one tonight. Game number 1, Eastern, Western Illinois, Tennessee State. Take a look at the 5 on the floor for each of these teams. Jones, Brown, Hodges, Shanks, and Jitabo for Tennessee State. Bennett, Myers, Dent, Calicon, and Knox are the 5 on the floor for Western Illinois. Here's Dent. Picks his dribble up in front of the TSU bench. Looking for some help high, Bennett. He loses his dribble. Bennett denied. Feels like he was blocked. Pretty good defense by Tennessee State here in the last 2 minutes.
But Tennessee State is playing great defense right now on the DHOs and the pick and roll.
Christian Brown, no. Jitabo, yes. Big 2 in the middle. Back the other way with Calicon. Notice they're not screening high again and breaking that up in those handoffs like you talked about. Now another defensive play by Tennessee State. Here's Hodges again against Calicon. Oh my!
That's exactly why I wanted to see that kid out in transition again. If he just put everybody on notice. If I'm coming to the basket in transition, if you jump with me, I'm putting you on Sports Center top 10 plays. I like that right there.
You're Western Illinois, you don't only see Hodges in transition. Here's Calicon. Now he's giving up a couple inches to Calicon as well. Shot no good by Knox, and Shanks will track it down in the corner. Back the other way for Tennessee State, a 4-point lead. Here's Hodges again with a little kind of reverse in the lane. And every ball at the rim is contested, Marcus. Much unlike what we saw last night. Here's Hodges.
Here he is. We saw Calicon getting back. I didn't know if he was going to decide to jump, but he did. Should have probably made a business decision to get out of the way right there, but there he is, possibly getting himself on Sports Center for the wrong reasons.
That ball looked like it was destined to go out of bounds, not far from us. And wow, Hodges with back-to-back dunks.
Right now, this is the game and the pace that Tennessee State wants. They're creating the turnovers. They're getting out in transition, getting those live ball turnovers like we just discussed as the keys to the game.
Jalen Jones called for the foul.
So Tennessee State's number 0, Jalen Jones. His first, team second.
Calicon thought for a moment went to the free throw line, but not in the act of shooting, so we'll reset. Here's Cisse. He's not been a factor tonight. Calicon in some traffic. Got a deflected ball. Who does it belong to? Little discussion down in the corner. Boy, anything that involves a deflected ball, Shanks just comes off the bench and it's kind of a magnet to it. Very impressed with him last night and again tonight. He's been very disruptive on the defensive end.
Yeah, he does a lot of the little things that don't show up in the scoreboard.
Here's Cisse. Here's another steal. Watch out.
Another.
This will be Jalen Jones.
Another live ball turnover.
The foul on Cisse first. And the Jones dunk. We might be able to put it on the highlight reel, but it's not official.
You know, at some point for Western Illinois, they're going to need to, the guard is going to need to plant and back cut. Tennessee State, they're going 100 miles an hour to blow up those handoffs and to try to get those steals. If you plant and back cut, get a couple layups, it'll slow them down a little bit.
Shanks with a fadeaway from 10 in the lane. Good. Not much. It's a 6-point lead, but it's the largest of the night for Tennessee State. Now another block at the rim. Tennessee State owns the rim. Back and forth. And Christian Brown will finish.
Get a timeout.
Chad Boudreaux says, I've seen enough for the Big Blue.
The rest, but the other team might have gotten a little bit of chemistry going by playing the night before.
This is West, picks his dribble up high. Now Myers trying to get this guy, Calicon, uncorked. Maybe that'll be it with the left hand. Got to believe that was by design coming out of the timeout, but interesting that they went inside again, not with a penetration, but with a passing game. Here's Dawana. Turn around, his shot is blocked. Cisse shows why he's the best defensive player in this conference. Now the big guy run the floor. Did he draw the foul? Yes. And for the first time tonight, Cisse will go to the free throw line.
He is trying to go one-on-one, and this is the wrong guy to be trying to challenge one-on-one. To Cisse, he was just named Defensive Player of the Year for making plays like that. You know, Bob, something else to look out for is Western Illinois, they do a great job of taking care of the ball. They only average 7 turnovers a game on the year. They have 8 already in the first 12 minutes. If they don't start taking better care of the ball, they're not going to be able to win this ball game. But credit TSU. Credit TSU for getting them out of their rhythm, being the more aggressive team, knowing the scout, knowing what plays they're running, and being able to get in those passing lanes and create those deflections and steals.
Cisse last time out 14 against Tennessee State, and that shot didn't have a chance. The Tigers on the attack. Shanks with a 3 from the corner, and Bennett will track the rebound down. Western Illinois wants to run. Throw it in the low post to Calicon, and there's a trouble again for those active hands of Tennessee State. That time, Western Illinois able to maintain possession. We officially have a good one here. Game number 1. Got another.
As an all-conference player, possibly out at least for a short period of time.
Like his 2 legs collided when he was in the air. I want to look at that again. On the penetration of the shot, it's no good by Myers. And Tennessee State again looking to run. That's Shanks. Here's E.J. Bellinger, his shot. And they call a jump ball, possession arrow this time in favor of Western Illinois.
You know, I like the new rule where the defender is allowed to go straight up. On the other end, we just saw what normally looked like a foul, and even right there with Bellinger, the defender went straight up in his plane, and the ref allowed him to keep playing.
Jitabo with a turnaround, no good. Coming out with a rebound is Josiah West out of Louisville, Kentucky. Here's Cisse. He'll put this one high off the glass and good.
It's not typically his game to take guys off the dribble, but if the defender is going to play that far off and allow him to get a head of steam downhill, great decision to attack the basket and either try to draw the foul or get the bucket.
3-point game. Here's Shanks. Turnaround no good. Way short against West. Now West comes up with a rebound, and Western Illinois will be able to clear it. Here's Myers with a long-range bomb, and it's good. That was a logo one.
Yeah, coach wants them to play with a little bit slower tempo, but if there is someone with the green light, it would be Ryan Myers, their second-team all-conference player.
Here's Jalen Jones, and that will whistle along the baseline.
They're pushing it. I'm thinking he's going to slow up. He said, I'm logo range. Anything inside of half court is what he considers my range. Looks like we got a technical foul here.
Technical foul on number 1, Ryan Myers. That's his first team.
So Ryan Myers of Western Illinois called for the technical foul. Western's on an 8-0 run over the last 2:21, but that could end here with these E.J. Bellinger technical shots. And Bellinger good on the first. And Bellinger with a little help there.
So let's see what happens here. It looks like there was a...
Oh, he got in his face.
Oh, wow.
He got Jalen Jones's face. That's exactly what it was all about. And made a good defensive play and couldn't just continue on with the game. Here's Jitterbo. Now Jalen Jones feeling it. He's going to penetrate. He'll put it high. Missed it. Not a good idea to go inside with Cisse right there. That's kind of a mismatch you really don't want to take on.
That's why he was our featured player. Those are things that he didn't, that won't show up in the box score. He didn't get a block, but he totally affected that shot and took 2 points away from the other team just by his presence.
Here's Calicon, and Tennessee State with another deflection, but before that, a whistle underneath.
We got Christian Brown coming back in the game. That's a good sign for Tennessee State and just for college basketball fans who want to see the best players out there on the court.
So indeed, good news for Tennessee State. Shanks will leave the game after committing the foul. And Western Illinois will get a new shot clock. Here's Myers. Now James Dent, who did not start, but has seen considerable playing time here in the first half. And the fadeaway up and good by Quinlan Bennett.
Just use the size right there to shoot over the smaller guard.
Yeah, that was just an isolation. Seemed like the other four on the floor were watching those two. Jitterbo. Saw that so much out of this offense. Here's Bellinger in the lane. Offensive foul.
That was an easy call right there. He didn't just kind of bump. He fully extended that right arm right there, Bellinger did. Going to the basket, watch that right arm, push. It's an easy call.
And Dent on the defensive end. Don't you love replay?
I love it.
You see it live. Takes me a little while to process it. But you were right on that one. Now the alley-oop. It'll throw it too deep, but get a chance again. And quickly, Quinlan Bennett from the sideline again.
Trash talk. They're calling that push-off. So you have to adjust. You can't complain. I think mentally tough teams will make an adjustment to the refs' calls. The teams that are not as mentally tough, you're going to see them continue to complain, and that's going to affect their play.
Jitterbo, his shot blocked by Cisse. The double technicals offset each other, essentially. And so we'll go back to play in the manner we were going. And one of the things for Tennessee State, Marcus, is they had the advantage there until they tried to separate the teams, and then got one from themselves, called against them. Here's a long three ball. That's going to be back iron, no good. Bellinger to the floor for Tennessee State. To the floor with Bennett.
Yeah, we noticed right here, Cisse comes over, he gets the block. First thing he does is he yells, but
to his bench.
Yeah, but that's the difference. If you're yelling to your bench, I think the refs are okay with it. If you're yelling in the opponent's face, that's what they start to call and take as what they would define as taunting.
Here's Cisse. His pass underneath deflected, out of bounds, and with 9 to shoot. When we return, it will be Western Illinois basketball. Been up-tempo, spirited, technical fouls. We've had it all. We've only played 16 minutes. OVC Basketball Championships in the tournament bracket are presented by United Fidelity Bank. For more information about their highest CD rates in over 15 years, visit UnitedFidelity.com. Here's a three-pointer, good. At the clock by Calicon.
Calicon is their second leading three-point percentage-wise shooter behind Myers, shooting 38% from three.
Tennessee State has not scored in the last 2.5 minutes. Meanwhile, Western Illinois with a 7-0 run. And Jitabo puts it into that. And we'll come back across midcourt. And watch Western Illinois get back to work. Here's Myers, the long three, no good. Tapped around. And underneath, Calicon cannot come up with it, or does he force it off of the Tennessee State player? He did. So new clock. 20 seconds to go. Again. Cisse with a handoff. That one's blocked by Hodges, but the easy shot underneath. Unguarded, Quinlan Bennett. Pretty good from that side of the floor here in the first half.
It's a big 3 minutes for both teams right here. How you start and finish each half is a real determinant of how you're going to finish the game. So right now it's a 5-point lead for Western. Who can finish strong? Does Western extend the lead? Does Tennessee State come back?
Bellinger at the elbow, good. I thought about it. Nothing inside. Nailed it from 15.
He's really excellent in the mid-range, similar to a Chris Middleton, similar to a DeMar DeRozan, those type of guys that don't just settle for threes. E.J. Bellinger loves that 16, 17-foot shot, which for a while was being eliminated from the game. Glad to see that it's coming back with guys like that.
And when you see that shot just moments ago by Bellinger, got to remember what we talked to Penny Collins about yesterday. The twos.
The tough twos.
That was a tough one. Calicon to the line. He's got a 1-on-1 upcoming. And left it short. Here's Fitzgerald. And now they'll play a weave game with Tennessee State. Try to get low to Jitabo. There's Christian Brown on the drive. Foul is on the floor. Good to see him back in after that right ankle injury. Foul on Dent of Western Illinois. Pretty much what you thought the first 18 minutes?
Yeah, Tennessee State came out and controlled the tempo, got up and down. You just mentioned their drought. And it's because Western Illinois has gotten back on defense and made them face their half-court defense. When Tennessee State was out in transition, they were scoring. It was easy. When Western gets set, they're very difficult to score against, especially with Cisse down there anchoring the middle.
Cisse with another block in the last possession. I'll throw this one high off the glass. The tip no good. Rebound Tennessee State. Quickly ahead. Christian Brown's back.
Looks like that ankle's all right. And as we talked about them scoring, how did they score their partner? Getting out in transition. Western Illinois, they absolutely have to get back and get 3 guys back and make Tennessee State face their half-court defense.
Bellinger and Brown running the fast break. You like your chances. Bennett again for Western Illinois. Almost a steal there by Myers. Fitzgerald still dribbling with the left hand. That's no good. Bennett with the defensive board. Here's the long 3. It's no good. By Dent, tapped around, and Western Illinois back with the offensive rebound. Another 3 attempt. This one, no good by Myers. And again, Western Illinois able to come up with it, but did they touch it last? Yes.
Here we are getting out in transition. I didn't know if he was going to be able to get up there because we were wondering about his ankle. Looks like he's all right. We've had some monster dunks this game, partner. I love it.
I like my chances again, but I see Bellinger and Brown with numbers.
You know, Western fans might wonder why were they shooting those 3s that last possession down. I think they were trying to go for the 2-for-1, meaning that they were trying to get that shot off, hoping that Tennessee State would come down here and shoot quickly and they would get one more possession. It didn't exactly work out that way. There is about a 3-second difference, but if Tennessee State is smart, they'll shoot very closely towards the end of the shot clock, to where Western doesn't have time to get that, come down and get a good look at the basket.
About a 3-second shot game clock differential. Tennessee State will take the last one.
Good pass.
In the corner. The high arching 3, good by Christian Brown. And now Western Illinois not able to get a shot off. And we've reached the midway point. Tennessee State.
You know, the three technical fouls stand out. Also, I remember pointing out the first 10 minutes, I believe Western had 8 turnovers, and that's when they were losing. They finished the first half with 9, so they started taking better care of the ball, which allowed them to get back into the ball game.
Halftime stats brought to you by Digital Scoreboards, a proud sponsor of the OVC. Digital Scoreboards provides indoor and outdoor displays. For a 30-30 game in the scoring spurts that we've seen, TSU went on a 10-0 run. Western Illinois went on an 8-0 run. And both teams have not gotten production off the bench. Tennessee State has played 9 in the first half. Western Illinois has put 8 on the floor. And now more defense, but Tennessee State unable to get the loose ball on the floor. And Josiah West comes up with it, puts it right back through. Tennessee State back to that motion offense we saw a lot of in the first half. Both teams, when you compare to their season averages, pretty much right on it. We're going to take a deep dive into the numbers. I don't think there's about 4 points difference between these 2 teams. Tennessee State unable to get the shot off. And a pretty good defensive stand there by Western Illinois.
That's not the offensive possession that they wanted right there. They just did dribble handoffs for 25 seconds, end up shooting a contested 3 at the end of the shot clock.
This is Cisse. And West out about some traffic, handing it off, and now Myers. He'll take a shot and to get it high above Tennessee State, but Tigers come out with it. Fitzgerald did not have the numbers, and instead he goes in the corner. That shot no good. And now Western Illinois wants to run. They'll get it ahead to West. And the shot just inside the 3-point line, no good. And Chittibo got a hand to the face, inadvertent. Long ways from Elizabeth, New Jersey to Macomb, Illinois. I'll say the same thing about San Diego and Las Vegas as well, but have to get the full story on that when we get a chance. West making the best of these free throws and will miss the second. Kenyon Hodges with a defensive board. He had a really good first half. Back to the offense, Hodges. Here's Bellinger. That's where Bennett will meet him. Now Brown trying to create on the dribble, and last off of Cisse. 10 to shoot. Shanks kind of directing traffic there and realigning E.J. Bellinger inside. And we'll get it here to Fitzgerald with 5 to shoot. In the corner, Christian Brown is good. That'll be a three-pointer.
There was a miscommunication on the switch. I don't know. Someone didn't execute it properly, but Christian Brown, you can't leave him that wide open. He'll knock that down all day.
Here's the handoff to Calicon. Cisse. And the jumper just inside the line is short by Bennett. And Bennett unable to come out with a loose ball. Tennessee State has numbers. Bellinger left it long. The tap no good. The second tap no good. Here comes Western Illinois. Quickly ahead up the middle. Bennett. And then West will draw the foul. Well, Western Illinois wasted no time, although they did not have numbers. They were trying to create, and in doing so, find themselves at the free throw line. West back there again for the Leathernecks. Trying to think who had the highlighter shoes on last night, but West wins the West wins the battle tonight. Used to be an old saying in TV, don't adjust your set. You can see. And West with the second one upcoming. And Shanks kind of backed out, and they'll say it's on 13. Big guy bustling in, and again, he's off the bench very early for this Tennessee State team to transfer from Belmont. West not getting it done at the free throw line, but Western Illinois maintains possession. Bennett trying to break Bellinger down. Now Bennett with the left hand.
Bennett's been playing very well. We saw them go to him in the post in the ISO in the first half, and they're going back to him.
Fitzgerald. Here's Hodges. And Christian Brown, he'll dish it out. Fitzgerald for three. Left it long. And the rebound to Cisse. He kept it alive. And Western Illinois will come the other way. Well, Chad Boudreau was trying to call a timeout. And Bennett darted toward the sideline there. Now a steal by Tennessee State. Brown ahead. Bellinger, he's got it stolen. Now quickly ahead for Western Illinois. The three-point shot is good. No, check that. Just two. They may take a look at this. Really come into play when you have a situation like that. So, 2 points for Western Illinois. And it's a 5-point lead for the Leathernecks. Here's Jalen Jones, the freshman. Now he'll kick it back out to Hodges. Fitzgerald. Hodges, the lefty from three. Back iron, no good. And Dent had the rebound for Western Illinois, and that was knocked out of his hand, and a foul as well. Team fifth. Here early in the first 5 minutes, 4 minutes plus of the second half for Tennessee State. that could be a problem in what we anticipate to be a very tight game down the stretch here. Myers. He'll back out. Josiah West to the right hand this time. Got it to roll. And a whistle underneath. Basket is good. Shanks with the foul.
Tennessee State's number 33, Jason Jatobo, that is his fourth. Team sixth.
Jatobo. Where did that come from? I didn't quite see that.
That was on a box out. It was on a box out.
So no free throws. Bucket is good. And Western Illinois will maintain possession. And run out here for Tennessee State. Here's Brown, reversal on the baseline, and he draws the foul. Well, you better have some quick hands if you're going to play between these two teams. Now Christian Brown, averaging just under 13 a game. And he'll head to the free throw line. First chance for him tonight there. Gallicon will return for Western Illinois. He'll replace Bennett. Another one upcoming here for Christian Brown. And he gets it to roll. Token pressure or real pressure, Marcus?
It's just token pressure. Trying to take some clock off the shot clock.
Tay Knox picks his dribble up. Well, almost a 5 count there. Gallicon can't get anything done. I'll throw it high off the glass. That didn't look like a shot to me, Marcus. That was more throw it off the glass. Jalen Jones the other way. And Knox will clear the board for Western Illinois.
Western Illinois needs to improve their spacing. So when Tennessee State lunges through the lanes like that, they have space to actually shoot. And we talked it right up. The last time down court, they had 2 guys right there. So even if that would have happened, there was another defender there. If they improve their spacing, they can take advantage of this aggressive defense by Tennessee State.
Ryan Myers with a bucket. Bellinger misses with the left hand. And Knox will bring it into the front court.
EJ's missed a couple easy ones. He's got to finish those for Tennessee State.
And a turnover. Tay Knox committing the turnover. Hang on. 8-point lead. Doesn't sound like much between these two.
Your record label is...
In the meantime, Western Illinois on a 12-4 run here to start the second half. They've made 4 of their last 5. Meanwhile, Tennessee State hasn't made a shot up until that Bellinger shot. They had gone 3:55 without a field goal. That's just how you draw it up.
Yeah, that's a good ATO to get a bucket. And now Tennessee State going to the zone to disrupt Western's offense. A lot of little adjustments going on here. Obviously, Tennessee State goes zone. Western Illinois going big. They got both of their big men out there trying to capitalize on their size.
And a turnover by Western Illinois. Threw it right in the hands of Michael Shanks. Bellinger left it short. Who controls the rebound? Last touched by Quinlan Bennett of Western Illinois. Reset the clock. Tennessee State ball. And now they change that lineup like you talked about, and leaving the game is Tay Knox. And back in is Josiah West.
Well, Coach saw that they went zone, and you need more shooters out there. You can't have 2 non-shooting bigs out there when they're in the zone.
Here's Jones, banked it in. How about that? Now back to a one-possession game. See if Western Illinois has an answer for this zone. Going to get it to one of your better players, but Cisse unable to convert. Tennessee State did not have numbers, and Jones brings it out. Bellinger left in front of the rim, but the tap by Jalen Jones. Oh, the freshman's playing well tonight.
What a game of runs. Just when you thought Western might run away with it, they were up 42-34. Tennessee State comes out that timeout on a 7-0 run.
An 8-point lead is gone to but one, and now a foul underneath. See if Josiah West, and he will indeed be shooting two. West has been somewhat busy at the free throw line tonight. He's 2 of 4.
At the line, Josiah West.
He got 8 on the night. And good on the first. James Dent for Calicon for Western Illinois. Second one upcoming here. Left this one long. Hey, you look at this situation, you think, well, Tennessee State's got a lot of weapons they can go to on the floor. This guy would be a good choice. Now it's Shanks underneath. His shot is blocked by West.
Coming from the weak side, Shanks never saw him. West came over, decided to play a little volleyball. Spike.
And that's the point that's the point I was trying to make. Didn't think that Shanks would be the guy to take the shot with that kind of playmakers on the floor for Tennessee State. Boy, Brown steps back, just beats the clock. Last touch by Tennessee State. That was a rushed shot at the buzzer.
Tennessee State staying in that zone. Great adjustment right there. I think they had Cisse at that high post, and that's not his strength, making that pass from the high post. Now you put a guard there and allow him to finish or rebound down low, even though they didn't score. It's a really good adjustment there by coach.
Christian Brown comes out with a rebound. Jones, Shanks, good. Well, Jones really penetrated deep and was able to make a pinpoint pass into Shanks. Now a run out here. Ready for this one? And let us off easy then to Jalen Jones.
Yeah, this zone is really giving Western problems right now. Now they have Cisse back at the high post, what I was talking about. I would probably switch him and number 4, West. West is going to be a better passer. If he gets it at the high post, he can actually shoot it from there, where Cisse won't make that shot.
Cisse tried to corral the offensive rebound. No luck there. And Tennessee State has retaken the lead. Shanks for 3. That's no good. And now a whistle in the backcourt.
Great defense here. Great defense here by Tennessee State. Getting it out to the freshman for the finish. Tennessee State up 45-43.
Your shipping manager left to find themselves, leaving you lost. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed.
Marcus mentioned that 11-1 run. And in that highlight package, Jalen Jones had a bank shot, a great assist, and a dunk, all in that sequence.
You know, I'll live with the bank because he didn't call it, and I'll let him, you know, but the other ones, as we talked about, when Western Illinois gets back on defense and makes Tennessee State play against their half-court defense, they're usually solid. A lot of that was scramble, either in transition or scramble ball, and that's where Tennessee State is good.
Western Illinois having some problems from the free throw line tonight, too. Shanks against Cisse. Bellinger's follow is blocked, but they're going to get a foul underneath. And Bellinger will shoot free throws. EJ's got 12 on the night.
That was on number 2, Ryan Myers. That's his second.
Myers called for the Western Illinois foul.
In the game for Western Illinois, J.J. Calico.
So far,
replacing James Dent.
Risking the announcer's jinx. Bellinger's 3 of 3 so far tonight from the line. And here we go. We avoided it that time. I think I did it to him last night.
Yeah.
Marcus called me on it, though.
Well, Western just put Calicon back in. He's their second best three-point shooter percentage-wise, with the hopes that he can knock down a couple outside shots and get them out of the zone.
And another steal. The run out. Jones!
Tennessee High School Player of the Year right there. The kid can play. Really exciting young freshman.
Had the pleasure of watching him in my native Tennessee. Bennett left it short, and now they're going to call the travel.
Getting out in transition. The live ball turnovers. This is one of the major keys of the game. When I asked Coach, what did he think that they had to do to win? First thing he said was no live ball turnovers. They came in averaging 7 turnovers a game. They have 17, and quite a few of those have been just that. Live ball turnovers that allowed them to get out in transition and get easy buckets.
So now Western Illinois with a chance again. And they'll maintain the ball with 16 to shoot in the corner. Now Chad Boudreaux's got to be very concerned about the last 4 minutes or so with that defensive change that you highlighted. Tennessee State is really taking control. Calicon, they'll double him, and now another steal for the Tigers. And now Cisse with a reach in. See who's on the floor. It's E.J. Bellinger.
Tennessee State is playing really good basketball right now. I mean, even just little things like that. Calicon's backing up. They know he likes to spin baseline. They send the help baseline. Calicon doesn't see him. They get the steal. They're executing the scout. They're playing good defense. They're getting out transition. As we talked about at the beginning of the game, whichever team could impose their will and what they want to do would come out on top. Right now, Tennessee State has this pace at how they want it. They're getting up and down, and that's why they find themselves up 5 points.
Remember, it was an 8-point Western Illinois lead. And then after that Tennessee State timeout, Penny Collins and his team have turned it around. It's been the move to the zone defense, but it's also been getting on the floor, going after loose balls like we just saw.
Yep.
And now with a 5-point lead, Tennessee State on the attack. Look at this matchup. Jalen Jones on Cisse. Jones will shoot. That's an air ball. That's the first freshman's mistake he's made tonight, I feel like. Calicon, Cisse, and Cisse to the line.
It's a really good foul right there by Christian Brown, eliminating what would have been an easy dunk. Good pass, good, hard, clean foul. Cisse is a 42% free throw
Not a
shooter.
good one. Yeah, you're exactly right. Well, the big guy's got to help his team tonight. One of Marcus's players to watch coming in hits the first.
You know, one thing about Cisse that I love is they're switching 1 through 5 on the pick and roll. And most teams can't do that. For example, Tennessee State, Jitobo couldn't switch 1 through 5. He couldn't switch on the other teams on Jones at the point guard position. When you have a mobile big who's 6'11", who can switch and guard the 5, guard the 1, protect the rim, there's so many things that he does for the team that doesn't show up in the box score.
Pick up some pressure by Western Illinois. Brown will penetrate. They just caught him high. It's going to go, I believe, on Quinlan Bennett. No correction. It's going to go on Cisse. That's his third foul. Just something to keep an eye on. I think he'll remain in the game. Brown, good. And they'll head to the free throw line. Boy, they tried that inbound play last night for Tennessee State. It worked then, and it works again tonight.
Just right here on the out of bounds, the defender does not see the ball. And Brown making a heady play. The inbound passer seeing what's going on, making a heady play, and now sending Brown to the line for the hand one.
Brown with 13. Missed on the three-point opportunity. Still a 5-point lead as we move to the 8-minute mark. Calicon. Easy jumper from 15. That's Quinlan Brennan.
You got to attack the middle of the zone. The zone is a very wide zone. At times it looks like a 1-1-3. But what it does is it forces you, it takes away the wing three, which most people want to do against the zone. So you got to attack where it's weak, which is right there in the middle.
Shanks will launch one from three, no good. Cisse and Shanks collide. And West has missed a few earlier, and that's a wise move on the part of Tennessee State. He was 3 of 6 prior to that, so now he's 3 of 7 from the line. And now Cisse will go to the scorer's table. He will be eligible to return at the next dead ball. Here's Fitzgerald. Been a quiet night for him. He's only had 2, and now Cisse will come back in. And he'll replace Tate Knox, the sophomore out of Troy, Alabama. Bellinger with a reversal on the baseline. And now a follow of his own shot. The tap by Shanks will not go. And here come the Leathernecks.
Tennessee State going back to man.
Rick Bennett, he's got 16. And give it to West. His three-point shot no good. Calicon soaring. The follow no good. Yes, it is. Comes back through. J.J. Calicon. Don't look now. We're tied at 51. We were tied at 30 at the half. Christian Brown underneath with authority, missed it.
These last 2 possessions with Bellinger missing the shot, as well as that one, that was all Cisse. He didn't get the block, but he affected the shot and took away 2 points.
Best defensive player in the Ohio Valley Conference. He wears 23, he's got the basketball. Shanks a little reach around. He's able to kick it back into play, and now airmails it to Media Row. Does Josiah West. Well, that's an empty possession there for Western Illinois. Surprised Shanks went after that, and in doing so threw a rainbow.
Yeah, it worked out for him.
To about the logo. And then Western Illinois responded by doing the same and throwing it away. So Tennessee State on the attack now. Points off turnovers. You see that on your screen. Take a look at that number. A 21-point difference in favor of Tennessee State. Speaking of turnovers, Calicon to West. And a steal by Western Illinois. TSU has not made their last 6 shots. Calicon with an air ball. They save it to West. The long 3 is no good. Calicon with a rebound. 3 second chance opportunities on this possession alone for Western Illinois. They'll feed it low, and now drawing the foul is West. And he'll get a chance at the line.
As you mentioned, partner, multiple chances. You can't give good teams multiple chances like this. They're eventually going to convert, get your big man in foul trouble. Just fouled out. He just came back in, picked up his 5th. Big loss right there for him.
Trying to see what kind of lineup Tennessee State will go with. And
5 guards.
a little smaller. Thought maybe Shanks would come back in, but he'll remain on the bench. Josiah West will shoot free throws. He's got 10 points on the night.
Oh, they are bringing Shanks back in.
Shanks for Brown.
Game for Tennessee State, number 13, Michael Shanks. Replacing Jason Jacobo.
West has had 8 opportunities tonight from the free throw line, and he's been right on that average. He's only hit 4. Going to get 2 here. That's his Achilles heel, and if you're going to foul someone, even as we get later in the game, Marcus, and it gets tighter, might be a guy you might want to think about.
Definitely.
Hits the second.
He has good mechanics. It's baffling when you see a guy with good mechanics like that be that bad of a free throw shooter. He probably just needs more reps, more time in the gym.
Western Illinois won 20 games this season. They went 20-11. Marcus talked about in the open, they won 10 road games. Bellinger, good for 3.
You got to close out on him. Make him put the ball on the ground. If you give him spot-up shots, that's what he wants. That's what his comfort level is catch and shoot.
Just inside the free throw line, no good by Bennett. Cisse cannot convert, but he will earn a trip to the free throw line.
Just movement without the ball, catch and shoot. He never thought twice about it. That's what E.J. Bellinger does. Knock down, catch and shoot shots.
Bellinger also talking to Jalen Jones quite a bit. I think Jalen was talking a little too much. It kind of moved him back out and kind of refocused him on what we need to do defensively. You can see they're still talking to Jalen Jones right now. Now Bellinger is called for him to come back in the lane. They're making sure they communicate. That's another point that Penny Collins talked about yesterday. Here's Cisse on the second. He broke that one. So here's Jones. He'll run this possession for Tennessee State. Freshman from Nashville. Shanks, the transfer from Belmont. Still kept that pivot foot. Got the shot to fall.
Going back to zone.
4-point lead, Tennessee State. Disappointing time when you start counting possessions.
No, I think you just try to execute your offense. You don't panic. You don't start shooting threes. You just execute your offense, and you have to get stops.
When we return, J.J. Calicon to the free throw line for Western Illinois.
Which was something that coach knew they had to take care of the ball. They had to do, and they haven't done well. And that's why they find themselves down. But it's still a very close ball game. 3.5 minutes to go. This is what you want to see. This is March. This is why it's called March Madness.
Calicon delivers on the first free throw. Here comes the second one. He's good on that. A 2-point game. Here comes the pressure. And the freshman Jones. It wasn't pretty, but they got it across half court.
And they still accomplished what they wanted to accomplish. It's 10 seconds to go on the shot clock, and they haven't even initiated a play.
It's a freshman running the point for you in this crucial of a game. And now a foul on Tennessee State.
So they called a moving screen.
Shanks has been involved in more football plays tonight than he has basketball, respectfully. That takes the ball out of Tennessee State's hands. And the foul came with 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Cisse, spin move, throws it off the glass, draws the foul. And it's a classic case of get it to your best player late in the game.
If I'm Tennessee State, once Cisse puts it on the ground, I feel like I'm winning that. That's not his strength. And I think they bailed him out there with the foul.
Shanks will foul out with 6 points on 3 of 10 shooting from the field. But now the size in your lineup is what Penny Collins is contemplating right now along his sideline. And he's going to go with the guard play and bring Fitzgerald in.
I don't think that's all bad. Tennessee State has played well when they could stretch the floor. This means that Cisse is going to need to guard Christian Brown. Now, Cisse is a great defender, but if Christian Brown just stands in the corner and makes Cisse stand next to him in the corner, there's no rim protection. Look at the rest of the size out there for Western Illinois. So I don't think this is all bad for Tennessee State if they utilize Christian Brown to pull Cisse away from the basket.
Another missed free throw by Western Illinois. Cisse converts on the second, but could not tie the game. Western Illinois trails by 1.
Oh, I'm wrong. They have Cisse on Hodges.
Hodges immediately picks it up and goes to the rack, but left it short. And the drive by Josiah West, and to the floor goes West. And also to the free throw line goes West.
Someone's got to stop the ball. That's the first thing. Before you do anything else, someone has to stop the ball. Tennessee State didn't communicate with that. West took it to the basket. And this is where that time spent in the gym in the summer shows up. All those extra hours when you go in and you shoot those free throws. For moments like this, you have to knock down these free throws.
West is 6 of 11 from the free throw line. And Chad Boudreaux says, ouch. Another one coming up. (13 of 25 from the line as a team is Western Illinois.
Ouch.
So Tennessee State on the attack in a tie game. Fitzgerald, his shot went across the back of the rim. The question was who touched it last to get it to that point. Penny Collins may have a gripe here. Let's take a look at this. Was it Cisse that touched it last? They're going to give it to Tennessee State, so perhaps that's the case. I think Collins was obviously protesting the fact they were going to give it to Western Illinois. Jalen Jones, Cisse. Good. The freshman delivers again. And the perfect spot for a timeout for Tennessee State.
But a lot of that is just they've been able to get 50-50 balls and get extra possessions. And the turnovers by Western Illinois.
So the value, the possession phrase comes out right here in this situation, in this game. Turnaround, front rim, no good. Ball tapped around. Tennessee State had their hand on it. And it will be a foul called on Western Illinois.
They're still not in the bonus yet.
Cisse had his arm right between Christian Brown and the ball, and Brown to the floor. Cisse with the foul. Do you run some clock here if you're Tennessee State?
I think you take oh my goodness. You don't do that.
Quinlan Bennett picks the pocket of Marcus Fitzgerald. And now Bennett to the free throw line.
I mean, he just that's what you call taking the candy. You got to be stronger with the ball at this stage in the game. That was way too easy of a steal.
Fitzgerald's fourth for Tennessee State. Bennett has not been to the free throw line so far tonight. Say the first one's the hardest, right?
Bennett's been playing extremely well tonight.
17.
With 10 rebounds. A strong double-double.
And he's 52% from the field. More importantly, he's 100% from the free throw line. We are tied. You having fun now with 90 seconds to go? This sometimes, when you're in our roles, you just kind of back off a little bit and let it play, right?
Let the players play.
Hodges. No. Back out to the freshman Jones, who has been spectacular tonight. Jones up underneath. He'll leave it short, and it will be a violation on Tennessee State. Jones seemed determined to take that shot, especially when it got under 5.
Well, they wanted to get the ball to E.J. Bellinger, and Calicut did a very good job of denying him the ball. And this is where, you know, when I was coaching, you want a bunch of team guys, but you always need a couple what I call 7-second guys. And that's when the shot clock is 7 seconds, and you give it to them and say, go get me a bucket.
Now, who do you go to here if you're Western Illinois?
I'm running my offense and taking the first good shot. No one's been shooting extremely well. I go to Bennett, or I just run my offense.
Well, here's Bennett with 7 to shoot. Bennett left it short. The tap no good. Ball still out loose. And into the SIUE broadcast booth, and somewhere underneath there is EJ. Plenty of time. See what Western Illinois does here. In a tie game, quarterfinals of the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament. Tennessee State won last night, and they do it tonight. Calicut is going to head to the free throw line.
That is on Tennessee State's number 5, E.J. Bellinger. That is his third.
Bellinger didn't have a lot to complain about there. That looked like that was pretty...
He had his hand, you know, he extended the left hand down. If he'd have kept it up, and what you call wall up, which is use your chest to affect the shot. I don't think they call that, but putting that left arm out and extending it, they're going to call that every time.
Calicut now is 2 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. Not a good stat line on the free throws for this Western Illinois team that's trying to make good on a great season so far. They've got the lead. It's 1. A 20-win season at that for Western Illinois. Here's Hodges up against Cisse. And the foul on Cisse. Hodges to the free throw line. That was the matchup you predicted earlier, I believe.
Yeah, hey, for the little guy to go in there and take it right at the defensive player of the year, that takes a lot of gumption right there. It could have went either way. I mean, it was a clear foul, but Cisse's really good at going straight up and getting the block. Hodges did a good job of drawing the contact.
Hodges with the miss. Now, it's important to keep in mind, Cisse, that's his 4th foul. Calicut for Western Illinois is playing with 4. Fitzgerald is playing with 4. 2 Tennessee State Tigers have already fouled out. This is for the tie. Good. And you got to keep that in mind if we get to overtime, too. These players having 4 fouls. So here we go. Final possession of the night.
I like Coach letting them play. He's calling the play, 5, whatever that is. Doesn't give Tennessee State time to set up their defense. Just let my guys play.
Ryan Myers with a drive to the basket. Good! Timeout on the floor. Tennessee State can move the baseline. Hodges will inbound.
Going to catch it on the curl.
Jalen Jones gets tied up in front of the scorer's table. His shot is no good. And